Hello and welcome to Frank's School. I'm back. This is the 177th day, first video. Why the long pause? Well, first of all, I should explain that now I'm going to introduce still another open-air museum, the International Wind and Water Mill Museum at Gifhorn in Germany. This is not too far from what we English Americans say Hanover. Hannover, in Germany. Anyway, why the long pause? Well, there was a lightning strike. You know, I thought it was ironic in a way because I was looking at my last video where I was talking about what happened at Haag, and you know, I was sitting in my chair at my laptop actually, and lightning struck. It seemed like it struck the house. But anyway, it's, if not the house, so close that it knocked the internet out for about 2 days. We didn't have internet, destroyed a television, threw the breakers, the electric breakers, destroyed some speakers. Anyway, that shut us down for a little while. No telephone, we had no telephone for a while. And back here we're so remote that our cell phones, or my wife's cell phone doesn't even work back here. Anyway, that was one of the reasons. Another one I have to wonder about, I had intended to take a little bit of a pause to sort of regroup my thinking before I tackled still another open-air museum. Open-air museum fatigue, you know, maybe I was suffering from that, maybe you are if you've been following all these, because so far there have been 3 that I've presented here in detail. These are details of these museums. Arnhem in Holland, and then Detmold, and then Hagen. All of them absolutely wonderful. You know, well, how much of this can you take? And now here we go to another one, which is absolutely wonderful. I thought I got to take a break here. But it wasn't to be quite that long. In other words, I wanted to do a little bit of reading and studying and get thinking again. Then the students came. If you looked at the 176th day, I was privileged to have a visit with a field trip from after-school program, and that was fun. So I put that on in Frank's School. But now, anyway, to this museum, it was the first cause of this trip that I've taken so much time to show you, this trip that the Hocklings have helped so much in making it possible. This trip that really was maybe too much to do. But anyway, it started when Shirley found this museum online. I think she sent me a YouTube clip of a visit to it or something. She'd found it. Like, look at this. She knew my interests. And I looked at that, and I think my comment was almost immediately, I need to go there. I need to go there. Is there some way I can go there? You know, this is not a common American tourist destination. It should be. Maybe it will be. If these videos would get widely exposed, I could easily imagine Americans deciding to go on a trip to Germany to see this open-air museum. It is unique. It's privately created. It is not government run. This was not created by a foundation. It was a family. Robel. Maybe I'm not going to say his name right, but it started. Here's German. There's German you might be able to read. It began as a hobby. This man, es begann als Hobby. Where's his name here? Horst Robel. He was a designer, but he was so taken with mills, he began to make models of them. And he made 50 models of them, which you'll see tomorrow. You'll see not in the video today, but you'll see tomorrow. And then eventually, that hobby, they began to actually put up real mills, gather them. And they are genuinely international. They're from all over the world. Now, a high percentage of them are windmills. And I'm not as interested in windmills as I am water-powered mills. But I am interested. And the beauty of the technique, the gearing, the woodwork, I would say it's probably even, it's even better in the windmills. But I just feel more friendly toward falling water than I do wind. But in any case, they're both there. There's a total of something like 20 full-size mills that have been brought from as far as, I want to say, Thailand, Russia, and reconstructed, and the models. Well, you'll see all that stuff. One of the reasons that I so much wanted to see it is because I fully intend to build water wheels on this farm. At this very moment, I have either one or two spinning. They're small ones now. The one I'm sure spinning. It's a small one. It spins pretty fast. And another one, I have to keep resetting it because I didn't really. It spins and it gets off-centered and doesn't spin right. But they're not doing any work. They're not driving anything. They're just spinning there, looking beautiful. But I intend to build maybe 20, maybe 30. Some small, some as big as. There's one I might build that it might be 15 feet. The wheel might be 15. I wouldn't say 20, but maybe 15 feet high. I have about 6 big ones, bigger than I'm tall, and then lots of small ones. So I'm interested in that, and that's one of the reasons I sort of said I need to go there. Well, here's a map of the place where we start. Our walk is down here at 1, and then we go to 6. We do the 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the end of the walk, as you'll see in order. I think I did show you that already. I had bought this book at one point. It's all this stuff is in German. I mean, I can't remember offhand if they have English translations on the signs. We'll see shortly. But they don't expect American tourists there. This, you know, I'm gonna just flip through these pages a little bit to show you. This is about the technique of actually building water wheels, and I mean, you probably can't see this, but I'm trying. You know, I thought this is once in a lifetime chance to see all this stuff. So, well, in any case, have I told you enough about this? I think so. The second video today, it'll be 2, we're going to go into it and see it and kind of get started. And you'll see the first windmill that we go into, and you'll see a very, very large water wheel, not connected to a mill. So we're back at it. I hope to see you soon.